morning. Just doing another little short video today. Just going to like a little farm, local farm, Macuba farm. Just up here in the mountains, only about, I don't know, 15-minute drive from my house. I'm already sort of halfway there actually before I decide to put the camera on. So yeah, I'm just going there to do some photography actually. I thought I'd just show you this little road. It's a nice little driving road here. Colours are starting to change a bit. Starting to look more autumn looking. Stop a minute because I've got that my box in the back squeaking away. Right, maybe that would be better and less squeaky. That's better. That's it, that's my camera squeaking away because that's rubbing on the seat in the back. Alright. Yeah, it's another lovely day actually. Very warm. I mean, it's 18 degrees, it's crazy. Really warm for the time of year. It's supposed to drop a lot from Saturday night and get much colder, more like what it should be for the time of year, but like a few days of cold then warming up again. But yeah, it's very warm. Nice weather, nice to be out and about of course, but it's a bit funny weather this year. Supposed to have a colder than average winter once it arrives, but what would actually get, I don't know. Like farm I'm going to. It's got a restaurant, you can get food obviously. Ice cream, freshly made ice cream. Cows, sheep there, and yeah, it's got some nice little hiking spots around the back of it in the forest, and I'm going to go there, walk about, and with my camera, with my big lens on it, and see if I can get some bird photos today. Recently lacking birds. Very difficult to find many birds to get pictures of. There'll be less and less each year, I don't know why. So we'll see what there is there today. If not, I'll do some scenery photography. This is quite nice, like forest scenery Scout can do, so we'll see. Repairs along here, so where the mountain has collapsed. Quite a few places, been some landslides over the last year or two, from heavy rain and things, and so yeah, they're doing quite a lot of repairs. It was about 3 years ago, probably 3-4 years ago, part of this road that actually sort of collapsed down, and that was actually blocked off for a while here. Very typical of mountain areas, of course. the sun at the moment. So that sometimes for bird photography, I mean, cloudy can be better. Sometimes when that's really sunny, it can be too bright. As odd as that may sound, but then you get too many shadows and that. The bird's feathers tend to be too bright and things, so sometimes sort of cloudy but bright is better than full-on sunshine. So, wasn't very far. Oh, I turned the camera on about halfway actually, so I have about another 5 or 8 minutes or something. It's a nice view spot from up here actually. I've been here many times. But, thought I'd pop up here today for a little while and see if I find anything to get pictures of. I'll find something, maybe get lucky and get some squirrel pictures or something. That's the view. I'll get out in a minute and I'll show you the view from outside.
Rear.
That's it. Right, I've arrived.
園内におきましてお客様の出されましたゴミについてはお持ち帰りをお願いしております。喫煙は指定の場所を除き禁止となっております。カセットコンロなどの火を使う行為、ドローンなどを飛行させる行為も禁止となっておりますので、ご遠慮いただきます。
Looks like a school trip or something. Over there as well, in the distance. So anyway, can't see anything out there today, but they're probably inside the place there somewhere, but there's normally some cows and sheep roaming around here, but not today. I'm going up that path there, up the back there, and have a look. Oh, there's Mount Fuji there, by the way. No snow on it yet. Maybe this weekend. Saturday's supposed to rain and not too much colder, so it might get its first new snow of the season. Out in the distance there. There's cows over there grazing. Yeah, it's a nice nice little spot here. Right, I'll get my gear ready and I'm going to go off there, and maybe I'll do a bit of a video after. As soon as I stopped the camera and then turned around, look, over there. The cows are all over there grazing. That's where they are today. Okay, I'll get my stuff ready and I'm going off for a walk with the camera. This is the little trail I'm going down. I've never been right down to the bottom, only so far down here, but I'll have a little walk down here. But I'm not seeing or hearing any birds. It seems pretty typical recently. Marks on that tree, most probably made by a deer, where they rub their horns onto the tree. one there, one up ahead. Walk around here everywhere. Don't think there's any bears here because there's no bear signs. And normally if there's bears around they have a sign at the trail, but we do have bears here. There's been lots of sightings of bears, although I haven't actually seen one myself yet, but there can be bears around. And this is not really a forest as such, a thick forest. It's just a, I don't know what you'd call it really, a collection of trees more than a forest. And just out there it's all open fields. So I suppose it is a forest, but a very, what would you call it, a very small, thin forest, as opposed to, you know, full-on thick forest. I have brought other lenses, but that's the one I'm using today. It's 150 to 600. That's obviously in its shortest state at the minute. If I unwind it up to 600, it grows a bit, just like that. It's a very nice lens actually. Use it all the time for birds, well, even insects, things that you can't get too close to, like a butterfly. If you get close with a, I have like a macro lens and whatnot for close-ups and things, but if you try to do that they'll fly off. So this is very good for getting things like butterflies and dragonflies. You can be 3-4 meters away and zoom right in close to it and get a really nice photo. I use this for anything like that. Oh, I can hear some birds, so I shall quietly stand around here and see if I can see them and get some pictures. I think what I'm going to do, have this big lens on walking down, see what I get, and then on the way back put my small lens on, and which I have for scenery and that sort of thing, landscape lens, and then so I can get a bit of both then. Okay, I'll be back in a little later. Well, I didn't get any birds in the end. I heard 1 or 2 birds, even some woodpeckers pecking in the tree, but couldn't see anything to get a picture of. So I walked down to the bottom here, and well, actually you can go Kaioizumi Station. It's 3 kilometres that way. I'm not going there obviously, but yeah, you can walk to the station there. Go down the bottom into the, I suppose, down to this valley more. I'm not walking any further down, but I shall probably just do some normal scenery photography. I'm just not seeing birds. This is the problem recently. I could go to a bird sanctuary, but there's no guarantee I'll find anything there, and I prefer to be somewhere in the forest naturally. So, but yeah, not a lot to get pictures of as far as birds or wildlife go. So I should probably put my other lens on and just do some like tree photography. There's lots of nice pictures I can take. I'll show you after. I'll tag some pictures onto the end of this video. Alright, be back in a little while. I just thought I'd show you this for anyone who's interested in that photography. That little flower thing there, I'm not sure what it's called, I'd have to look it up, forget the name. That's about, from where I'm standing, about 3 meters. Now I can get that with my normal lens, of course, for close up, but even with this great big lens, I get a lovely picture of that,
and they've got really nice smooth bokeh as well, because of the compression ratio. Because I'm taking a picture of it really quite close up for such a, it's on just under, I've got it set just under 600mm. The reason I have it just under 600 is lenses always not fully clear at the maximum and minimums generally. So if you just step it down slightly like that, that's sort of 580 and 600mm has got to make really not a scrap of difference really for distance, and but it will make a difference for the clarity. But yeah, so push that back on. Look at that, and get really beautiful clean picture and a beautiful bokeh like that, as good as you would with, you know, if you had the lens set for, if you had like not a macro lens or something like that, I can get just as nice a bokeh with this, even though this is set at f7.1, which is its sweet spot for this lens. So yeah, anyway, so I'm going to do some photography like that, and walk back up bit by bit, take some tree pictures and that sort of thing. All right, I'll be back later. Bye. Okay, I thought I'd just show you where there's this old, as you can see, an old rotten piece of a tree. I guess most people just walk past it, but if you, it's surprising that it makes a nice picture. Oh, my strap is in the way. Just a minute. You just separate that out. So the background has a bit of a blur in it. Just to move it, I've got a better one than that. That's a bit darker, but you have all the shadows on it. Maybe not easy to see on the camera screen, but yeah, so just having something like that, surprising, you know, how that can create a nice image. In fact, if you do to there, it almost looks like some sort of animal standing there, the shape. So yeah, that's, when I walk about, I sort of look around and for like bits of trees and things like that, and it's surprising how that can make quite a nice photo, even just like that. Yeah, I just clicked off a picture actually. So yeah, for anyone who's interested, if you do photography, when you're walking about, it's, you know, it's well worth not just walking straight, but looking around, turning. I often do that. I'll turn right the way around like that, see what there is, and just from a different angle. I mean, might not look like anything, they're just nice scenery, but that tree there, look where it's split, old trees rotten. But again, that can make for quite a nice photo. I'll take a picture of that. I'll take it with my other camera as well after. But yeah, so, you know, anyone who's into doing any sort of landscape photography, I do highly recommend, you know, looking around 360 degrees, or look behind you at the very least when you're walking, because it's just amazing what you can find. Okay, anyway, I'm going to do a few more photos as I walk up, and I'll speak to you again a little later. Okay, that's it. Pretty much finished here today. I had my lunch and go to a different spot somewhere. Goats there. On the other meadow, there's quite a few sheep out now. That's sort of this is the opposite end of this farm. There you go. You can see the tip of Mount Fuji is covered in, lower parts are covered in cloud. It's quite often the case actually. The top can be clear, but the rest of it is covered in cloud. Of course, you get the other way around as well, but yes, not unusual to see clouds around the bottom part. There you go, some ponies here. down in that meadow there. Right, that's it. Let's show you the view once more. Okay, thank you very much for watching. I'll be back again soon. Goodbye.